All right, let's jump right in. We've all been there, right? That amazing feeling when you win, and that not so amazing feeling when you lose. But what we're talking about today goes way beyond just winning or losing a game. We're going to talk about sportsmanship and why it might just be the one skill you need to win at, well, the game of life.
So, I want to kick things off with a question for you. Win or lose? Which one really defines you? I mean, really think about that for a second. Is it how you act when you're on top of the world, or how you handle things when you're down? I have a feeling that by the end of this, your answer might just surprise you. Which, brings us right to our first big point. Why does being a good sport even matter? Seriously, what's the big deal? It's so much more than just, a quick handshake after the game is over. Okay, so let's get on the same page. What even is good sportsmanship? It's not just for athletes. It's really the skill of being able to give a compliment and handling both winning and losing with a bit of grace. And this applies everywhere. On the field, sure, but also in school and pretty much all of life. It all boils down to how you treat people.
So, to really see what happens when this skill is, well, completely missing, we need a good example. Or, in this case, a really, really bad one. So, let's meet our first character. Get ready for the tale of Exploding Eddie.
All right, so meet Eddie. Eddie is a goalie, and let me tell you, he loves to win. I mean, he really loves to win. But one day, the absolute unthinkable happens. A super slow, bouncy kick just kind of rolls right past him for a goal. And that's when the meltdown is about to begin. First thing he does, he rips off his gloves in a total rage and just chucks them straight into a tree. Gone. But he's not done. Next, he literally kicks the goalpost and just starts screaming his head off. Total frustration. And then, of course, comes the blame game. Because it's never his fault, right? He blames his team, he blames the sun, he even blames, and you're not going to believe this, the grass. Yeah, the grass was too green. So, what was the fallout from all this? Well, he got a brand new nickname, the Volcano. And the next time they picked teams for a game, nobody picked him. He ended up sitting all by himself at lunch, no invitations to hang out. The bottom line is, he didn't just lose the game. He lost his friends. And he was really, really lonely. Okay, so that's the what not to do part. But there is a much, much better way, a way that leads to a totally different ending. And it's actually a pretty simple tool that any of us can use. Let's call it the 4-step secret weapon.
And here it is. This is the whole thing broken down into 4 simple, manageable steps. Think of it like a game plan for how to react in a positive way, even when you're feeling super disappointed.
So let's just run through these real quick. Step 1. You kind of take a step back and decide what actually happened. Step 2, you think before you say anything and you find something honest and positive you can say. Step 3, you actually do something positive. And step 4, you offer to help. It's a brilliant little system because it takes the focus off of you and puts it onto helping someone else.
All right, theory is great, but let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. It's time to meet our hero. Let's bring in goalie number 2, Cool Caleb. So get this. Caleb is in the exact same spot as Eddie. A player, Paula, takes this amazing shot. It flies right past him. Goal. Game over. He feels that same sting of disappointment. I mean, who wouldn't? But instead of exploding like a volcano, he takes a breath and uses that secret weapon.
So what's going through his mind right then? No excuses. He's just thinking, you know what? I gave it my all, but wow, that was a killer shot from Paula. She played great. See what he did there? He's recognizing his own effort, but also her awesome skill. And boom, that is step number 1 right there. Decide how you and the other person played. He looked at it honestly. No blame, just the facts. He tried his best. She played really, really well.
So what does he choose to say? Something simple, something honest. Just, that was an awesome kick. That's it.
And that, right there, is step 2. He thought about what he could honestly say to the other person. He didn't lie. He didn't put her down. He just found a genuine compliment. It's a game changer. But it's not just about what you say. It's about what you do. And that's step 3. Act out your best choice. So what does Caleb do? He doesn't sulk. He walks right up to Paula, smiles, and gives her a high five. That's how you turn a loss into a win.
So what happened to Caleb? Well, it was the complete opposite of what happened to Eddie. Everyone thought he was just a cool guy. People were practically lining up to have him on their team. Not because he never let a goal in, but because he was just plain fun to be around. He got invited to the pizza party. Bottom line, he had friends.
Okay, so let's wrap this up and look at the big picture here. Because it's pretty clear now that there were two different games being played on that field, right? There was the soccer game, and then there was something much, much bigger.
And this just lays it all out perfectly. Look, they both lost the soccer game. That's a tie. But Exploding Eddie, he also lost his friends. Cool Caleb, on the other hand, actually won something huge that day: respect and friendship. He might have lost the battle, but man, did he win the war.
And that really gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? Being a good sport isn't really about winning at all. It's about being the kind of person people want to play with, the kind of person people want to be around, period. Whether you're on a field or just living life.
So I'm going to leave you with this last question to chew on. This whole sportsmanship thing, it's for life, not just for sports. You're going to need it when you lose at a board game, when someone else gets a better grade on the test, when a friend gets something you wanted. So the real question isn't if you're going to get a chance to practice this. It's where. Where are you going to practice being a good sport this week?